Hi, welcome to another video. I've got a bit of windswept hair going on here because I've just been for a lovely walk along the cliffs and getting blown away. It's actually really windy outside today. It's sunny, but it's got a bit of a autumn chill in the air, which is wonderful because I love autumn. It's my favourite season of all. Summer's actually my worst. I love the sunshine. I like being in the sun, but I find it all so chaotic, and all the endless hours of sunlight, I just feel like I need to keep going and going and going, almost like I'm plugged into some kind of socket, you know, of electricity. I keep going and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and I end up quite exhausted. So I really look forward to slowing down in autumn. Anyway, I hope you are all right, and thank you for all watching my video last week, because that was great to see loads of you tuning in there. This week I thought I'd show you a few things that I'm actually making, and we'll see where that goes from there. Anyway, I'll turn the camera around and then I can show you what I've been up to this week. So I have these two lovely scrolls. I initially ordered this one here, and luckily by accident they sent me this one out first and said I could keep hold of it, and so now I have two, which is absolutely wonderful. What I've done, I want to make them into huge meditation scrolls. So what I've actually done with both of them, I'm starting on this one first, and this one's just sitting in a cupboard ready for another time. So I put that one to the side. I've actually used one of my Nan's Damask tablecloths, which I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but you might be able to just see it. There's a pattern in the white cloth there, and I have actually started this one. I've sewn this piece of cloth right onto it, and I'll lay it down. There we go. And as you can see, I have started it. I've pinned it on, and then I've also basted it on as well. And this is how much I've actually done. And I'm really loving it actually. So I thought I might do a bit more with you today. While I'm here, I'll just pull it along, otherwise it will get confused as to what I'm showing you in the camera. I'll go to a clearer bit there. Right. What I did find the other day was my ever first slow stitching patchwork project, which was only about a year ago, and I really loved it, and I'd forgotten how wonderful it was. Yeah, I really love that. I made it into a needle book. As you can see, I've got all my rubbishy needles in here, so to speak, because I found a particular make that I like to use, and these are just cheapies, but they still do the job, so I keep hold of them. But yeah, this is what I first slow stitched. I love colour, as you know, and these were all different patchwork bits that I'd got. I think these were off of an old pair of cord trousers, and then the other bits were materials that I had in my stash. But I really do like the fact that I've just gone, you know, got some leaf design there, and the fact that my stitching's gone all over the place. I haven't just gone in straight lines, I've got different textures, and I love the feel. It's a shame you can't feel it through the camera there, but I absolutely love the feel of this. And I want to base this one here on this, and I really want to do some heavy stitching on it. So I'll show you my scrap box, and then we'll piece a few pieces on, I think. There we go. Right, here is my scrap box, and in it we've got I haven't got very many scraps. That's the trouble. There's a lot of sari silk because I use that in my weaving and also in my yarn making when I spin my yarn, if I do an art yarn. And then we've got bits of just leftover bits from projects, so I haven't actually got a lot of scrap, which is a bit of a shame. This was going to be a meditation scroll, but again, for some reason I had to cut it off. I think it's because it got too long and it filled up the reel, so I'm going to need to unpick these bits so then I can use these in this one as well. I did buy myself, only on eBay, was some very vintage scraps, which these are perfect for this kind of thing because they're already, you know, in small pieces, and I can also make them smaller or use them the size that they are. So I have got these to work with as well, which is, yeah, I'm pleased about that. But that really is my scrap box, so I haven't got a lot to go on, but maybe that is enough because I haven't got much more room to fill up on this. And as you can see, I'd already done that part, so we're not quite halfway there. I suppose we're about the third of the way there. So what we do, I think we'll put the scraps there, and then we've got a bit of this here. Let me just get it into the camera view. As you can see, I'm quite impressed with myself. I've bought myself a selfie stick. I've wedged it into my shelf above here, and it's overhanging. I'm now on tiptoes trying to see what you can see through the camera, hoping that it's working. So we'll see. I hope it works okay and you can see what I'm up to. So I've got my little pins here, so we'll pop them there, and then I've got my scraps there, and I'm just going to add a few more pieces here. So this does take quite a while because, you know, for a start you've got to go through your scraps and see what you like and find something that's going to sit with the pink there and the dark green here. That's a nice bit of sari silk there. This part here, this piece of material, I got brave a few years ago and made my first skirt. It's actually supposed to be white and black, but it's quite bright and in your face, so I tea dyed that to tone it down a bit, which I really like the overall effect. Actually, it makes it, yeah, more subtle. I really quite like that. Unfortunately, I got rid of the skirt this year. I did a bit of a clear out and I was like, oh, I don't want that anymore. And now I wish I'd kept it, but hey ho, hopefully someone is out there wearing it for me. Right, so what have we got here? Let me see. Let's take that big scrap out because I've got to take that apart. Right, well, I quite like the dark here. A nice dark scrap. It's quite long though, but we'll just place that down, I think, and see. I'm just going to move the basket off to the side. Right, where are we going to go with this one? I'm just going to place them on for now. I won't pin them yet because, you know, it's subject to change, so they say. That's quite pretty along there. Do I want that? Oh, I might have to go. I've sewn it down there. Might have a little patch. No, I prefer it over the top there anyway. So we'll go across there. And let me see what else we have in here. We've got some bigger bits. So, oh, I love that. I want a nice bright colour. We'll see if we can pick that one in. And I think maybe this pink, I'm quite liking that too. Some smaller scraps there. And we've got the bigger ones. Oh, so this bit here, this pink bit, is a bit my dad's shirt. Bless him. Right, let's work with these three bits here. So we could put that, because I've got a bit of a patch there. Yeah, quite like that there. And we've got some of that down there, so maybe we'll go up here with this, about there. Nice bit of long pink. Decisions, that's the thing. I could spend hours rearranging all the cloth on here and not get anywhere. Right. Oh, we've got a bit of a wonky bit. Don't like wonky. Well, I do, but not when it's going across like that. I hope you can still hear me, because that's one thing I do need to invest in, is a microphone if I decide to keep videoing. So I apologise if the sound isn't really that loud, because every time I look down, I'm probably not speaking so near to the microphone in the camera. Right, let's go. I think I quite like that there, but I'm going to turn it round. Yeah, that's looking good. Right, we might have to do a bit of ripping up of cloth here. What have we got? Oh, I like the green. I might have a bit of this green. Oh, and I like that one underneath too. They're rather nice. So I think I might just get my scissors, and we're going to do a bit of a strip. So there we go. I'm just going to do a bit of ripping. Oh, lovely. I love that sound. We're going to go, yeah, but I want that on that, up that way, I think. That's looking good. I'm liking that. And then what was this one, wasn't it? So again, I'm going to go for a fatter strip. Yeah, love that too. Oh yes. Like so. So far so good. As I say, I might be subject to moving it around because that's what kind of happens. What else have we got in here? Oh, that's a good size. I think I'll use that. Bit of that. What else have we got? Oh, that's lovely. Oh, there's a smaller bit there. That'll be better. We'll start with those 3. Oh, right. Let's go. Is that a bit fat? I might come up here with that. Just checking you're still in shot. Oh, you are. That's all right. I think I'll go there and then lift that one up, put it over just a bit so we've got an overlap. Yeah, got a gap there now, which, no, that doesn't work. Too light with that. I'm going to keep it, I think I'm going to keep this chunky bit this size. Might go under there with that one. Yeah, it's not too bad. I want some going up this way, really. I do like to put the odd bit in. Maybe I'll do that with that bit. What are we thinking? If those 3 colours are a bit too similar, I'm not really sure. I'll see what else I've got in the basket first. Could use a bit of this. Oh, in fact, I might use some of this. Look at that. I love my favourite colour. Purple sari silk ribbon. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? So let's have a bit of that. And I think what I might do is definitely put that in the gap there. Just grab my scissors again. Have a look about that size there, I think. And that can go overlapping all of that, I think. Might need to give that one a bit of an iron. Right, that can go. Yeah, which that maybe I'll move. Oh, I think I'm going to cut that. I'm going to go smaller on that. And we're going to go down there with it because I'm liking this purple going over the top there. So yeah, I tell you what, I have a thing about these threads. When I've done it, I have to get rid of them all. I don't like having all the threads. But right, well, I'll do a couple more with you because I don't want to bore you too much with my decision making. So what do you reckon we should go for in here? I hope you can see what I'm looking at. Oh, there's a normal bit of purple. Okay, I think I might use a bit of my dad's shirt again because I do like that colour. It's ever so pretty. I think, in fact, bless him, my dad wore this shirt on my wedding day, so it's super special. Right, we're going to cut into it. I'm going to go about that size, I think. And we can put that. Yeah, got quite a lot of pink going on down here, but then I quite like that. It's evened it out a bit, I reckon. Just checking you can see. Do I need to go up a bit? Well, it might be a bit better. Right, so I might just get to here and then I won't let you watch me pinning it on because that'd be quite boring for you. But then you can see the general idea that I'm really quite liking that. It's looking very similar to that in terms of colour. So yeah, and I do like to put them up odd ways like that particular bit there. So I need some more going vertically, I think. Got a nice bit of green there which will match here. We'll just stick that on there for now, but it might get moved. What else have we got in here? Oh, a nice bit of yellow again. And orange. Oh, I like this blue. I found this. Oh, I had a lovely big bag I found at the charity shop. It was a huge bag and it had, I don't know, about 1/2 metre squares in loads of different material for about £3, and it was the absolute bargain because it's all cotton, because I prefer to use cotton and linen, like the natural fibres, and this was in there and I really like this colour. It's just plain, but it's my kind of colour. I'm into blues and purples. So should we break it up a bit and maybe remove that? Maybe pop that there, that on top of there. Oh, got to go down a bit. Oh, stuck with some threads. Okay, and then we'll have the green bit. Yeah, green bit there, I think. Yeah, I'm liking that. So it's got those two bits to fill in, and then I say I'll pin this and base this on, because it would just overwhelm me if I was to try and do the whole strip in one go. So I like to just, you know, match it up when I feel like it, pin it on, baste it on, and then do a bit more. So it's a nice little strip. Yeah, but I think we might have to go like that. Yeah, happy with it. I'm not sure about the straight edge. It's a bit too straight for me, so I might actually tuck that under there. Might do that. No, I prefer that on top. Definitely prefer that on top. So take that bit off, put that bit there, that bit there, and then we want a couple more bits here. So what have we got? What's this bit? Oh, that's a bit small. Oh, maybe this nice yellow. This, I had loads of these. My idea was they were actually complete squares, but they're really quite thick. And the idea was to just cheat and just use them all, but they just looked like brickwork. It wasn't random enough for me, so I scrapped that idea. But I might use this piece. I like the yellow. It's also a bit more difficult. It's the same as that bit there. It's a bit more difficult to stitch through because it's thicker, but every now and again, I don't mind too much. So I'd rather have to see the frayed edge. So we'd put that one, oh, it's not quite wide enough. I'll put it there. Then we'll go for something maybe a bit more, maybe, oh look, this bit's got a nice attached bit to it, and we'll use this bit. So I think we'll have that on top, and we'll strip that one there. Yeah, happy with that. Just one more bit to fit in here. So I think we'll have something a bit plainer. What should we go for? They're big bits. About the orange. Might take the orange there. Have that one. And something a bit plainer again. Pink to match up. Yeah, pink's right. Right, I'm going to take those two and see what we can do with those. I think we're going there with the pink, but we want it underneath all that lot. So let's see if this fits nicely. And the purple on top. Yeah, oh, I'm liking that. I feel like I want to go, I still feel like I need another bit. In fact, you know, that still needs to go there. I need a strip going this way somehow. Yeah, I'm just going to chop this one. Put that bit in there, and I think I'm going to go, that's going to match that bit though, there, isn't it? So, do I want it coming out from the top? But I still like that purple, so the purple's got to go over there. Yeah, well, I'm quite liking that actually. What do you reckon? I'll give you a close-up of it. One moment. There we go. It's all over the place, higgledy-piggledy, all different colours and all nice and bright, and I actually really like that. So I'm going to get on with sewing from, where did it start? From about here up to there. I shall pin it on first, and then I shall baste it on, and that'll be a part of that done for today. The other thing I have been doing this week is trying to get this last bit spun of this green bat here. Last week you saw it on the I suppose sewing machine then, the spinning wheel, and I've managed to do one bobbin full, and it's really quite pretty. I'm liking that. And then over here I was doing a bit this morning, and as you can see I've got that far. But yeah, that'll be look really nice plied together. It'll probably work out about a double knit, I reckon. Normally my yarns turn out to be Aran weight because I tend to do them 3-ply, but I'm trying a 2-ply this time. So yeah, that's another thing I've been up to this week. but I do get a bit of sort of backache. I'm obviously not sitting very well. I have to be quite close to the orifice for this one as well. I did wonder about using my electric spinning wheel, which my husband made for me. And incidentally, I might do a video on that because it's so wonderful how he made it. And all the, you know, it was just wonderful, and I really must share that with you at some point. So on to the next thing I've just started to do. I'll just pause a moment and get what I need to show you. So my son came to me and asked me if I could make a quilt out of his newborn little boy's clothes that no longer fit, and I was like, I've never made a quilt apart from the Coverlet of Comfort, which I'm doing and learning as I go, with K3N Cloth Tales on YouTube. And I thought, I can't cut up baby clothes and make a quilt. I thought if it goes wrong, it'd just be disastrous. But I said, I know what I could make, because I've made 3 of them now, and I think I could probably cope with doing that. And that was a Japanese rice bag, like this one here, which I think they're so cute. And I thought she could, you know, his wife could use it as a makeup bag, or if she goes away. And as you can see, you just pull it apart and you can put all your bits inside. And where's the pocket? And it does have a little pocket in there, and I just think they're really cute. I could just keep making them and use them for all sorts of things. But yeah, so I'm going to attempt to make one of these out of his baby grows. Now, I spent yesterday cutting them all up so that I've got the material to use, and I think I am actually going to do, as you can see, this one is made out of a 4-patch. I think I'm going to do a 4-patch. Yeah, out of 4 of them. They gave me 5 sleep suits. So, and I thought about doing the inside, the stripy one, because the other ones, they've all got little characters on, look, you can see, and that one there. So I don't know if I'm going to have enough for the inside. So it's debatable whether I use the sleep suits for the inside as well, or whether I use some just plain material some plain cotton or something that I've got. So I'm going to attempt to do 4 patches. I might start that today. We've got family coming today, so I'll probably be busy later. But yeah, I thought I could make them out of here. But it's, again, I'm so used to using sort of crisp cotton. These are 100% cotton, but you know, that sort of stretchy, soft cotton. And I'm thinking, I hope I can achieve it, because all my other Japanese rice bags have been made out of sort of more solid cotton, I'll call it. I'm not very good with my fabrics because obviously I'm still learning, so it's all a learning curve, which I love. So yeah, I'm going to start making one of those out of this lovely stash. It's like, oh baby. And while I'm here, I'll turn you around again and I'll show you what I've done on this week's part of the Coverlet of Comfort. Even though you haven't seen the whole thing yet, which I will in one video show you, I'll show you what I did yesterday. Again, as I say, go back to my previous video because I've linked K3N Cloth Tales, because you can follow along there. It doesn't matter, you can start it whenever, you can do bits of it, and each month and each week does a bit, which makes a month's piece of work. So I'll turn you around again with the camera and you can see what I have done with that. So I will pan you along so you can actually see what I've done. So this week we've added, it was a line of sari silk, and then we have stitched feather stitch on top of that, kind of following it, adding little beads and knots. What are they called? I can't think what the word is now, and I'm not very good at the old knots. They end up being all different sizes. The first one I did, I think it was the other end, come out really well, and then they go all over the place. But this is what it's looking like, and I have done this week. So you can see the feather stitch is following it, sort of gone off a bit there, and that's what this week's looks like, which I think is really pretty. So I'm looking forward to following along next week and seeing what the next part is for it. Yeah, so pretty. I love it. Not my work, but the whole design thing, which is obviously not mine. But yeah, I'm really enjoying making this. Really, you know, it's wonderful. So that's that for this particular part. I think that is all I've got up to this week, because I had my mum come and stay and we went out and did various things, and then I was busy yesterday. I did get that stitching for the coverlet of comfort done yesterday. Yeah, I got some lovely finds in the charity shop as well, some like crafting things for my journals. I've got some stamps and things. I'll have to show you. I've kind of packed it all away now, but I did buy some lovely things. And also on eBay, oh my god, I got a lovely vintage tin, and it was full of old sewing stuff, and it was like, oh my god, we're getting all the bits out, and I was like, oh, look at all this, it's beautiful. I do love the old Silco vintage threads on the cotton reels, the wooden ones particularly, rather than the plastic ones. They are lovely, really nice. Oh, actually, talking of wooden plastic bobbins, that's another thing I have to do, so I'm going to pause you because I've got to go and get it, so one moment. Now these bobbins, I've got a nice wooden one. The others are plastic, but I am going to use these. And the reason they're on this string is my nan, bless her heart, when my first son was born 25 years ago nearly, she made him these to play with, and he loved them, you know, jingling them around. My mum's had them in her cupboard ever since. She's like, oh, I can't get rid of them. I can't take them apart. What can we do with them? And then I was showing her my stitch meditation rolls like that you stitch on, made out of bobbins. She said, oh, you better have these. So I've come home with these, and you know what? I am going to use them, and I'm going to use the plastic ones as well, just because. That's kind of cute, isn't it? I was saying my son absolutely loved it at the time. He thought it was great, jingling it around. So I am going to use plastic ones there, but that's my exception. The rest, I do like the wooden ones. They're far nicer. Just a preference, you know. Anyway, I've probably waffled enough this week, and I keep looking at myself, and I shouldn't. I need to look at the camera bit over here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will hopefully see you again soon. Do let me know in the comments what you're up to, what you're making, what you're creating and having fun with, and whatever you're doing. I'd love to know, because I would like to get a little community going and chatting, because that's really nice. So I hope you all have a lovely week, and speak to you all soon. Lots of love. Bye.